Hey guys, Bert here at IRCHA 2023 with the brand new upcoming RAW for 500 from SAB. I was going to say 400. It's 500 from SAB. So we get a lot of questions about this thing. It's a pretty cool machine. First and foremost, very low parts count like any other SAB helicopter. This one I feel like even less parts than most others. Even less parts than a 420. Believe it or not. It's a single stage gear ratio, so it makes it simpler than any other Goblin, despite the fact that it's not a direct drive. It's still really simple. Take the canopy off here if I can. This one's running the Xnova 40-2900. Scorpion is making a motor for it, and Eagle Drift is making a motor for it. They're all going to be ready ahead of the release date of August 30th. You can run 120 to 150 amp ESC depending on the ESC you select. If it's Hobby Wing, 120 to 150 works. If it's YGE, 125. Scorpion, 120. They're all perfect for it. Mini servos on the cyclic as well as on the tail. Tail servos mounted on the boom, which is really cool because if you crash, you're usually not going to break the tail push rod. You just got to make sure you have some sort of disconnect thing in here, which I don't use. But I recommend an extension cord so if you crash and the boom separates, you don't tear up the servo wire, so you can just put an extension there. Other features that are really cool is sacrificial blade grip arms, Zytel material, which is kind of like a plastic carbon type thing like the 420 where if you crash they break and you don't break the rest of the stuff. You don't hurt the blade grips, you don't hurt the servos. The battery loads from behind the helicopter, from the back of it, so I removed the canopy to show it to you guys, but you don't really need to remove it. Because the battery just literally loads from, if I could see what I'm doing, from here. And then it's got the quick connect, the disconnect, just like the 420 right there. So when you just push the battery forward, you get that quick connection. It locks in and it's not going anywhere. And in order to remove the battery, you just have to turn this around and pull the battery, and there you go. Also has this really cool feature here, which I don't know if the camera can capture that. It's a tail belt tensioning or tail belt tension measuring tool. So you can kind of tell I'm a little bit tighter than I need to be. 0 is ideal. On the positive side, as you can see as I push the tail belt, increase the tension, you can see how that moves. 0 is like ideal tension. Positive means you have a little bit more tension than usual. Negative, you have less tension. So it makes the blade tensioning. We get a lot of questions on Goblins in general. How tight to make the belt? This is the best way to know where to have your tail belt set at. Not too tight, not too loose. Lots of cool features on this little guy. Simple, light, flies awesome. Initially only yellow. I know we get questions, is it coming out in orange and green and purple? No, only yellow, but SAB is going to have different color canopies and booms shortly after the release. So get one. If you don't like this color, get a different color boom canopy later, and then you'll end up with a spare boom and canopy that you can use in the event of a crash or whatever. 500 millimeter blades, these are the brand new S501s from SAB. Standard 10 millimeter root here, so if you want to try a different set of 500s, you're more than welcome. It'll accept any 500 millimeter blade out on the market. Yeah, cool. Just make sure you run the right motor, 900 kV or under, and have fun with it. Release date, August 30th, 2023. Pre-order now from your favorite dealer or from us, bkhobbies.com.
What head speed we at now, Bert?
This is 3,000. time to go check it out and make sure everything's good with it. But RAW 500 from SAB, don't miss it. Pre-order it at your favorite dealer, or better off to pre-order at bkhobbies.com.
Nice.